Marry me.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Okay.
Right, attention everyone. A good evening, and I'll put my glass down. This is my 50th attempt at this video speech. I am not good at this sort of thing. You'd think it'd be easy, and it's not. I didn't want to put myself or anyone else through this, a live speech on the day, so this is my brilliant idea, but it's proving to be a bit more difficult than I thought. Apart from anything, if I was ever to make a public speech, which is highly unlikely, I'd have to pass it by Lucy first, which in this instance is not possible. So if this is rubbish, that's the reason. Okay, apologies if it looks like I'm reading this. I am. I've done this too many times to try it once more. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Nearly all of you have travelled a long way and at great expense. I'd particularly like to thank my brother and the New Zealand entourage for flying halfway around the world. It's an awful long way, Pete, to come for a free lunch. In addition, we have a couple from The Hague, quite a few from Bedfordshire and Hertfordshire, Yorkshire, Somerset and some locals. Lucy and I would really like to thank you all. We really appreciate it. The reason you're here, obviously, is to witness Lucy and I getting married. I'm not too sure even Lucy thought she would see such an event. For those that don't know, we met at the Flying Horse in Bedfordshire on the 15th of March 2007. And 10 years to the day, I had to be helped to my feet after nervously crashing down on one knee and fluffing my carefully rehearsed lines whilst trying to ask Lucy to marry me in the romantic environment of our kitchen. Today, after 18 months, we are now man and wife, and I get to tell everyone how much she means to me. Our marriage will also call an end to having to refer to Lucy as my fiancée, which is only marginally better than calling her my girlfriend at the tender age of 57. Lucy tells me periodically how lucky I am to have met her. In fact, she did this only a few minutes ago when I had to be reminded of the exact date we met. I have to agree with her, she is a joy to be around, and I love her for that alone. She makes me laugh daily, is beautiful inside and out, generous, kind, the most considerate person I've ever met, plus in wanting to marry me, a great judge of character. I could not think of anyone I'd rather spend the rest of my life with the exception, and this will come of no surprise to Lucy, Brittany, or Holly Green, the Southwest weather girl. Right, I'm not sure this is going to work, but I'm lucky to have two ladies in my home who I adore, and both of them get excited when I come in from the office, but only one of them wants to play hide and seek around the house. For no other reason than to have her in the video. This is Molly, who is as cute as she looks in more ways than one, and I noticed from a previous on this video earlier on, she was photobombing the whole thing, and she's not got very much patience, so I'll put her down. Thanks, Molly. So, to finish up, from today onwards, Lucy Hodgkinson will now be known as Lucy Hollingsworth, and will have the misfortune of having to practice an even longer signature than the one she had previously. I'm honoured to be her husband, and honoured you are here to witness it. I believe there are now some musings from my brother who will have paid no attention to my 2-minute rule, and others invited to say their bits. It's over to them, and thank you for listening. And I'll just have a sip of my... It's not 6 o'clock yet. This is squash.
Okay, it's my turn now. I'm so nervous. I'm nervous just doing this video, so I don't know how nervous I would have been if I had to actually speak live on the day. So I hope you all understand that this is the best way for us to do this and to get across what we want to say. But we're going to have time to come and chat to you all anyway. So looking forward to that later, and obviously a little bit of dancing too. So just wanted to say thank you specifically to David and Lottie for their support and for welcoming me into the family, and for everybody that's travelled today and come such a long way. Now, I know Mark's probably already said about this, but we really do appreciate it. A personal thanks to Hasty, who I know I'm recording this in June, but I know you're going to do a cracking job, Hasty. So thanks for being supportive, walking me down that aisle, making me laugh, putting my nerves at rest so that I'm ready to marry my Mark. Thank you also to my sisters and to my friends, and to everybody really who's been supportive and loving and caring. So now to the most important man, to my Mark, who has just completely transformed my life. When I met him 11.5 years ago now, I was in a pretty low place, kind of resigned to the fact that I was never really going to meet anybody special. But he proved that wrong. He certainly is a special, special man. I've never actually met anybody like him, I can honestly say that. He's so kind, thoughtful, caring, loving, tactile. He's so happy to show his emotions. He is, to me, the definition of what a gentleman is. And I still feel lucky that I've met him. I can't believe that I've met him. So when he went down on one knee in our kitchen, I literally couldn't believe it. I think my reaction was, no, what? Oh my God. That was my reaction, because it was completely out of my understanding that Mark would want to marry me. I'm very, very lucky. I've written a little poem. Now, Phil, you might want to cut this out, depending. It might be a bit rubbish. Might be a little bit cheesy, a bit corny, but I did write it from my heart. So, okay, here goes. I've got it written down. It's not long, but I've still got it written down. My Mark, my love, you have my heart. You have my hand, which you hold every night. You have my eyes, which share my soul. I have you, my man of gentle grace. I have everything I need or ever wanted in this space. And that's for Mark. And we're probably both howling right now, so apologies, may cut down the face, but looking forward to chatting more to you guys later. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all enjoying Mark and Lucy's wedding. Come to think of it, I hope I am too. So I've been asked to put a few words together on video. Here goes. My first memory of Mark and I together was him getting me into strife. Mark had spotted the farmer behind our house sowing a field with something. I was about 3, I think. Anyway, Mark convinced me to go with him into the field, and we dug around and found potatoes. Being natural hunter-gatherers, Mark and I filled our shirts and then happily ran off back home to show our parents. For some reason, neither of our parents were particularly delighted to see our plunder. Yet, Mark started as he meant to go on as my big brother. Few of you will know that Mark was a bit of a weedy boy, and nothing like the fine specimen of humanity that sits before you today. When we moved to Hong Kong, one day Mark was reading a magazine and spotted an advert for the Charles Atlas bull worker. Mark was duly impressed with the physique of the Mr. Atlas and ordered his very own bull worker so that he could become the next Mr. Atlas himself. The wait for the bloody thing was horrendous. It seemed a lifetime waiting for the damn thing to arrive, but arrive it did, and Mark set about his work on creating a body that only Rodin could sculpt. There was a problem though. For those of you who know Mark, you know that his right arm is there solely for aesthetic purposes and has no further use whatsoever. After a few months, Mark had a left arm that Arnie would be proud of and a right arm vaguely matching that of Olive Oil's. On to early adult life next. Mark was never keen to drive as a young adult, preferring to get the bus or train or just walk. He still enjoys walking today, as many of you know. He learned to drive at the age of 24, and as with many drivers that learn that late, he wasn't the best driver early on and had the mechanics skills of an amoeba. I mean, why would you need oil in an engine, or would you put coolant in a radiator? So the next few years involved Mark either crashing his cars or having them blow up on him. As the years passed, cars became a fascination for Mark, and he started his midlife crisis years with buying little sports cars, a couple of Peugeots, a couple of Toyotas, and then 2 Honda 2000s. He'd still have hair if he hadn't bought those last two. The combination of the open air and the high speed blew it all away. Well, you don't see any other Baldy Hollingsworths around here, do you? Mark eventually met his now wife Lucy, and they have been there for each other for over a decade now. I think we all agree that Lucy is a great leveller for Mark, and he knows how lucky he is to have you for his wife, Lucy. God bless, good luck, and here's to you guys. Bye.
Today we come together to celebrate the beautiful rock and roll love story of my beloved sister Lucy and now brother-in-law Mark. For its origins, we must go back to the early 1970s when a then 3-year-old Lucy fell under the spell of those Scottish megastars, the Bay City Rollers. Big sister Claire fell for cute lead singer Les, but Lucy only had eyes for heartthrob drummer Derek. For Lucy and Derek, it was a summer love sensation. But summer ended and all too soon the romance was over. It was bye-bye baby for Derek, and Lucy's search for a new rock god was underway. Fast forward to 2007 and Lucy's wait was over. Rock superstar Mark appeared on the scene, and it was shang-a-lang from then on. A year ago, they both agreed that all of me loves all of you, and as they tie the knot today, we rejoice that they will give a little love and take a little love from this day forward. I love you guys and couldn't be happier for you both. Have a fantastic wedding day and a wonderful rock and roll life together.
Hello everybody. By now Lucy and Mike, you'll be married and hopefully the reception is in full swing and we're all getting drunk. Anyway, I'll keep to my 2 minutes. This is a little ditty I wrote about a amusing story that Lucy shared with me. Lucy met Mark through online dating, that well-known medium used for mating. 'Twas love at first sight, gazing into each other's eyes, but Lucy was in for quite a surprise. Tickets booked and holiday planned. Thoughts turned to sunshine, swimming and sand. Day at the beach excited, here goes. Then Mark shows up in his Speedos. Outfit complete with sandals and socks. Lucy cringes, knows others will mock. She knew right then that this to last, Mark's outdated outfits would be a thing of the past. She set about wardrobe scanning and discreetly discarded outfits spanning decades of styles long past and forgotten, except by Mark in sensible cotton. 70s flares went out the door and Mark started looking less of a bore. Wide fronts replaced with Calvin Kleins, and the fashion police would issue no more fines. And so began a life of love that could so easily have faltered if Lucy had not intervened and Mark's fashion faux pas been quickly altered. Have a fantastic day, a fantastic life together. We love you both loads. Congratulations.
Marky, when you first asked me to say a few words, I thought fantastic, so I wrote all of this. Look, pages and pages, pages of stuff. Then you say, I've got a minute, so, well, we won't bother with that. So here it is off the cuff. Anyway, what a great honour to have the chance to say a few words and, the chance to have a little bit of a laugh at you, hopefully. We've known each other about 40 years now, and my goodness, have we changed over the years. I remember when I first met you, you had masses of hair. Probably a lot of people may remember that, some may not. Luckily, there is some photographic evidence, and in fact, here it is. Goodness knows how this survived, but there you are, that's you with your hair. When I first met you, you always used to tell me how pretty you were, and in fact you may even remember my crazy granny who used to live with us. Do you remember she used to think that you were in fact my girlfriend, Mark, which was like really embarrassing. But I do also remember one other occasions where you took that a bit to heart, in fact, and you thought, well, hang on, let's do something about this. I remember you were always into your bodybuilding, the macho image and everything, and you decided to, do you remember, Mark, you decided to buy a Ronco comb and decided to get rid of all of this lovely locks that you had. And we were going out that night and you came round and seriously, you stood on the doorstep and I just dropped to my knees with laughter. Remember, you got hold of this comb and you just didn't know when to stop, so literally you were left with nothing at the sides and a few little strands. Yeah, absolutely amazing memories. Obviously you've always been a bit of a trendsetter with fashion, as you can see from this t-shirt that Lucy in fact lent me this. So you can have it back when we finish with the video. It'll be a little bit stretched, but there you go, you'll have to just work out a touch more. But do you also remember, Mark, when we worked together at Russell's, and I'll always remember you had a costume for every day of the week. Well, four costumes. And do you remember that? On Monday, you would come in looking like this, and we used to call you the Hawaii 5-0 drug runner. Don't know why, but that's what you used to wear every single Monday. On Tuesday, you used to wear a white t-shirt and white flannels, so you got the nickname Dr. Kildare. Look at that, how smooth. On Wednesday was, here we go, is that in focus? Yep. Wednesday was combat gear. And we used to nickname the theme on that MASH, remember? MASH. And where are we up to? Thursday was your favourite day, because you looked like Clint Eastwood, and you used to come in wearing denims, double denims, and that's how you pretty much used to look. Friday, I think you went back to the Hawaiian drug runner. I can't remember, but anyway, it was a long time ago, and we have both changed a bit. But all I will say is that over the years, you've been a great mate. You are one of the most genuine guys you'll ever meet, and hopefully you've had a little laugh at yourself like you have over the years. And I do know one thing, you and Lucy are just great together, and I wish you all the happiness for the future, and let's continue this great day. Mark and Lucy, cheers.
Oh, hi there. Wow, well, what a fantastic set of reminiscences, poems, funny stories, fantastic props, Pete. You know, what a very tough act to follow. It's really difficult to think of something difficult to do. I've obviously, as the editor of this film, seen all of that previously. What a tough act to follow. I thought, what can I do that's a little bit different, something that can you know, be a lasting gift to the newly married couple on their wedding day. And then, out of the blue, it came to me. Mark, you're a massive fan of the finely toned, muscular male body. And Lucy, it's really no secret that you are a massive fan of the disco and you love to cut a rug. So today, as your gift, I'm combining the two. And my wedding message to you today comes through the medium of naked dance. Only joking, ladies. Maybe later on if we've all had enough to drink. But seriously, I just wanted to share, a couple of memories of Mark as I knew him way back in the day, right up to present day. We've known each other since college, and my first day at Dunstable, I remember this very angry looking red-faced man with a strange coconut haircut, which his friends keep taking the mickey out of, which kind of made it even worse. He was getting madder and madder, and I thought, this guy needs to be given a wide berth. He looks very, very menacing. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't give him a wide berth because he's turned into a very special friend. We've been on lots of adventures together across the world, New York, various walking trips. And I suppose a recent adventure was when we both found ourselves single in our early 40s and decided that we would try the dubious world of internet dating. And I always remember Mark saying to me, Phil, I'm doing this absolutely as a means to an end. I want to find someone special. I just work better as two people. I want to be a couple and I want something special to spend the rest of my life with, which I thought was fantastic and was pretty much the reason I was doing it too. So when he told me he'd met someone from Luton called Lucy and that he was going on a date, and that subsequently he was going on a second and a third and a fourth date, which turned into a fifth, which turned into what you see today, Mr. and Mrs. Hollingsworth. And when I eventually had the pleasure of meeting Lucy, I knew right away all the things that he said about her were true. She compliments him. She brings out the very, very best in him, as he does her. So, it was so successful for them. Mark found his princess. I found my princess too. So, here's to internet dating, and here's to the very special couple that you see before you today. I wish you all the best, guys. You're pretty much, as a couple, the best friends that I've got, I would say. So here's to a very special friendship and a great married couple. All the best to you.
Hello everyone. This is just something that Lottie and I wrote for Mark and Lucy's wedding day. It goes like this. Today is a day you will always remember, the greatest day in most people's life. You started the day just as two people in love and ended the day as husband and wife.
It's a brand new beginning, the start of a journey, with moments to cherish and treasure. And although there will be times when you both disagree, these will surely be outweighed by pleasure.
You will have heard many words of advice in the past when the secrets of marriage were spoken, but you both know the answers lie hidden inside, where the bond of true love lies unbroken.
So live happily, Mark and Lucy, as lovers and friends. It's the dawn of a new life for you. As you stood in the church with love in your eyes, from the moment you both whispered, I do.
We are now man and wife.
Oh